English workshops. This is home of writing how-to videos, and in today's videos, we'll explain and describe to you what is an expository essay. Thus, the goals of this essay workshop is to 1. Understand what an expository essay is, identify the 3 main parts, recognize elements of an expository essay, and understand the text structure of an expository essay. So first, we're going to define an expository essay. An expository essay defines as a written document that seeks to explain, inform, investigate, or expound on something in a way that becomes clear and concise for readers. So this type of an essay, that's what it does. It is not trying to persuade you. It's not trying to convince you of anything. It's there to really just tell you it's there to tell you what they want a reader to know. So if you want to explain how to ride a bike, or you wanted to describe your trip to California, or you want to investigate the causes of a certain illness, this is the type of essay that you would want to do. And now let's say you choose to write an expository essay. Then now that you know what it is, let's see how it looks. There are 3 main parts of an expository essay. An expository essay consists of an introduction, body paragraphs, and a conclusion. The introduction, how that's made up is there's typically 3 main parts to it. And the first sentence, you want a hook. The hook can be a quote, a definition, figurative language, things like that. And then right after that sentence, you want to do an analysis of the hook. Meaning, let's say you said, a wise woman once told me that the peer review process is a process that a writer should undertake in their writing career. The next sentence you want to say after that is, 1, this wise woman was my English teacher, and she said this because she felt that every writer should want to know what a reader thinks of their work. And then you can even go on further and include another sentence and say, I participated in a writing peer review, and it really helped me in my process of understanding the writing process. So after that, that's analysis. Although that was 2 sentences, you're still doing an analysis of the hook. And then your thesis statement could be, peer reviews truly help a writer during the brainstorming phase, helps a writer construct their ideas, and helps a writer understand how a reader interprets their essay. So that's an example of that type of an introduction. So you want to grab the audience's attention. You want to talk about the hook that you just provided. You also want to wrap it up with a thesis statement. And then once you've done that, you want to go on to the body paragraph. And the body paragraph is has a topic sentence, and then it has concrete details or real world examples, commentary, and a concluding sentence. So still taking on with the peer review, you may come up with a topic sentence that says, the process of writing is a give and take between people within your field, between people within your writing field. And then you will want to give an example of why what you just said is true. This could be taken from a research site. You could find that from an article, from a peer review, a literary statement, or you could just simply state it yourself. And then once you give that example, you want to add some commentary. You know, let's say if you found an article that says peer reviews are the best thing ever, you would say such and such articles stated that peer reviews provide much needed feedback for an author to help them in their writing process. And then you can do a commentary where you can say, when I participated in a peer review, I received some interesting feedback, but the feedback helped me write a conclusion. It helped me see that I could go this separate way. And then you can conclude that sentence with, peer review processes, yes, they may cause anxiety, but they also help an aspiring writer in their writing endeavors. You know, and then your next body paragraph will piggyback off of the body paragraph that just was before it, with the same topic sentence, with the same concrete details and real-world examples, with the same commentary, concluding sentence. So this is just telling you the structure of how an expository looks. And then once you conclude with all of your body paragraphs, how many body paragraphs that is, it could be 1 body paragraph, 2 body paragraphs, 3 body paragraphs. But once you finish wrapping up your body paragraphs, then you come to the conclusion, which is your last main part of your expository essay, where you have a topic sentence that reinforces the thesis statement that was found in the introduction. And then you summarize the main points of your essay. Typically, the main points of your essay are taken from the body paragraphs, and also, again, your thesis should have included what you were going to be talking about in your body paragraph. So this is just summarizing pretty much what you just talked about throughout the essay. And then once you finish summarizing that, you do a concluding sentence, you know, and that could be, in this case, you know, peer review processes are a long process, a fascinating process that requires a lot of work, a lot of courage, things like that, but are very helpful for a writer at any stage of their career. And then you'll summarize what you just said. You know, research shows that peer review processes, you know, help you move your project to the next stage and things like that. And then you'll wrap it up saying, without peer reviews, who knows? How would you know if someone is liking your work? How would you know if your work is what you say it is? So therefore, an effective peer review helps guide you in the path of marketing your work, of distributing your work, of giving your work to people, and being aware that other people see things differently. So that's the type of, I know that was just off the top type of an example, and I'll show you something that's a little more concrete towards the end. But that's the type of thing you want to do. You want to make sure that you keep the thread there from beginning to end, and that everything is weaved together nicely. And the next piece of sort of the structure still that kind of ties everything together is the elements of an expository essay. What are they? Again, it's organization, transitions, evidence, examples, and conclusion. So organization is what we just kind of talked about. An expository essay always starts off with the introduction. It has a body paragraph, it has a conclusion. That's how it's organized. How many body paragraphs you have, that's up to you, but it's still like ordered in that way. It's an introduction, body paragraph, conclusion. And now the transitions, those are typically the last concluding sentences of your body paragraphs. They lead you into the next body paragraph. Even they lead you into the conclusion. So you'll have transitions. You'll have certain words. We're not going to spend too much time on that because I'm just giving you what is made up in an expository essay. But that's kind of the gist of the transition. And the evidence and examples, like we said earlier, that's something to show, to support your topic sentences. That's something to support what you're saying. You know, you want to provide support of what you're saying, not of just you're shooting things in the air, but you want to provide support, whether it's from research, whether it's from a video, a blog, things like that. You want to support your idea. Depending on the arena you're in or the field you're in, it could be an academic research paper that you want to find other researchers in your field that can back up and support you. Or if you're just doing your own blog post, you still may want to support other blog readers. Show support from other bloggers who have wrote something similar to you and that garnered a lot of interest and that substantiate what you're saying. And even in a blog post, you can still do evidence that's from science, that's from peer-reviewed articles. So it's all dependent on where you get it from, but the evidence just supports your topic sentence and things like that. And finally, you have a conclusion. And that's what really makes up an expository essay, is the organization, the intro, the body, the conclusion, the transitions, the evidence, the examples, and things like that. And now we're just going to go over quickly the text structure of expository essays, like what are the types, how it's written, things like that. And the text structure of expository essays include cause and effect, descriptive, compare and contrast, problem, solution, process essay. And now, compare and contrast. This is an essay that compares and contrasts two different things. For instance, what we have in this picture, we have herbivores versus carnivores. You know, in this type of an essay, you may discuss that humans are carnivores, herbivores. The topic sentence can be humans are carnivores, herbivores, are both, which is an omnivore. And then over the course of the essay, you will describe what an herbivore is, what a carnivore is, and then you'll describe the differences with, like, the first paragraph may be the herbivore, the first body paragraph. Then you may come up with, the next one is the carnivore. Then you may do a third paragraph of the omnivore, showing that humans can be both. So this is just a type of a structure of an expository essay. Pretty much you're going to be comparing and contrasting two different things. The next type is cause and effect. In this example, I show, okay, there's a cause. People are exposed to germs. What's the effect? People get sick. the cause. People don't dress properly for the weather. They possibly can get sick. So this essay finds out the cause of something and its effect on something else. So you're going to be informing the reader of why you feel that when people are exposed to germs, they get sick. You know, you can show evidence from the CDC. You can show evidence from the from YouTube videos. You can even describe how your mother gave you certain things to not expose you. Maybe she told you to wash your hands after you use the bathroom. So this is a type of example that can support what it means when they say people are exposed to germs. So this is, again, you would still follow the same elements and the same main parts of the intro, body, and paragraph, but how you choose to do it is what the text structure is. You know, you may say people who listen to music at an early age, who listen to classical music at an early age, are more knowledgeable. I don't know. It's something that you can choose to show a cause and effect, and you can have evidence, research. You can have someone talking to you to show that. The next thing is a process essay. In this picture, what you see, it's food. It's a grilled street corn with truffle oil, pico de gallo recipe. How is this an essay? What you could do is, in an essay, you could describe how to make this meal from beginning to end. You know, it could show the process of how to do or make something. In the beginning of this PowerPoint, I explained that it could be about how to ride a bike. So you could have something like, riding a bike is one of the best, or since we're talking about cooking is one of the best pastimes that I do. I love it. It helps me focus. I love to eat. I will show you how cooking is food for the brain, food for the soul, food for the mind, food for the body. And that could be your intro. And then you go on to describe something. Like you may go on in one body paragraph showing how you made this particular meal and what you felt after you made that. So that's a type of expository essay. And lastly, this expository essay is descriptive. And this type of essay is something that describes something, some place, some person, or some experience through using sensory information. For instance, in this picture, an apple, you can look at it and say, how does it taste? How does it smell? How does it feel? What does it look like? What's this? Or you can talk about the tree. What's the tree? What's the sky? So you want to this one you're using all your senses: touch, taste, sight, smell, hearing, to describe something. And this could be an experience, like I stated earlier in the video, about you going to another state, or you taking a trip and you're describing something, you're telling something. You're not trying to persuade someone to go on the trip, but through your descriptive words and things like that, someone may say, I want to take a trip to California because that was a good story. So that's the type of essay that a descriptive expository essay is. It uses all the senses to describe something. And then we have problem and solution. And in this essay, it presents the problem and its solution. You know, this essay, you may say a problem is, I don't know, since it's 2020 and we're dealing with COVID, you may say a problem is people don't wear masks, or you could say, I think people who don't wear masks expose themselves to possible germs. A solution is, I think people should wear masks when they're going out in public. Then you'll go on to explain the various solutions. That could be one solution. The next solution could be, I think people should quarantine after they go quarantine themselves if they travel between states. Another solution could be, if you don't need to, I think everyone should stay in the house unless you have to go for groceries, unless you have to go for something important. So those are solutions, possible solutions, and those solutions, they have a lot of evidence, a lot of examples, because the CDC right now is giving us all these solutions, So that is pretty much the basis of an expository essay. So to summarize everything, there's a structure of an expository essay. You have cause and effect. You have compare and contrast, descriptive, process, problem, solution. And there are also three main parts: the introduction, body paragraphs, and conclusion. And that pretty much summarizes everything. And I did say that I had something for you guys. I really appreciate you guys watching for this amount of time. So I'm just going to show you something I just recently wrote, and I'm going to really just highlight what I've been saying. So right here is an introductory paragraph. It's talking about peer review. This first sentence right here is your hook. Writing is a very powerful and creative tool for communication. As a wise woman once said, revision is the heart of writing. Every page I do is done over 7 or 8 times. And then this is your analysis. What's in green is your analysis. That wise woman was award-winning writer and teacher Patricia Riley Giff, who believed revision was an essential part of the writing process, so much so that she actually deemed it to be at the very heart of writing. And this is the thesis statement. This is what I'll be talking about. This is what this is what I talked about further down in my discussion. So, it is important for educators to include peer review writing workshops into writing courses to inform learning that explains and describe the peer review process to help students gain valuable insight about their writing from both self and peers as they develop the skill set needed to participate in the peer review and revision writing process. So I really appreciate you guys for watching. And again, this is a place that you can come for writing workshops, and this is a place that we'll talk about the creative writing process. And I really enjoy this video. I think it's needed because some of us are new to this, and just having the elements, the structure, what it is, what it's not, knowing what to look for really helps when you sit down to write something. If you say, hey, I want to describe something, I'm on the track of an expository essay. If you're going to do a creative piece, that may be something different. So again, you can look here for more English workshops on how to pretty much get you started in the process and of what things are. And again, thank you for watching. This is I Create English Workshops, and be safe out there, everybody.